Hello, I'm here. Sorry. I was just checking something even though the stream was already live. I really shouldn't have done that. I was just checking. So, tonight we're probably going to be finish Outer Wilds. I know we're at the end of the game. It shouldn't be an issue to do that, but we'll see. Um, if we do finish it up within, like, say, under an hour and a half, might go and finish up Kraken Academy or start the next game that'll take the place on Tuesday nights. Haven't 100% decided on that yet. What's this? Oh, the new mode in chat. And I'm live without any problems, so let's get to that. I was just checking some things. I've got a few games like back. I haven't decided. I actually, honestly, haven't decided what I'll be streaming next. I've got a few games backlogged. I've got a handful of games on my Steam library that I don't have download at the moment. I could re-download. Like a few games I gotta play through here. I still don't think I can play World of Final Fantasy yet because I don't think they fixed the problem. Why does it say that? Sorry, I was checking my recent play to find Outer Wilds. It is launching. But it for some reason was telling me I'd recently played a different game that's in my backlog that I bought recently. So I haven't even launched that game yet. So I don't know why it said I played it. There we go. Game be launched, and I'm not any audio problems. So let's get into the game and do it with. I've got a gamepad connected. Don't know what reminds me, man. Cats are weird. I love my cats, but they're just weird. Anyways, let's get into it. First, I'm gonna try making it to. So we gotta make it to the Dark Bramble. That's it. So first, I'm going to try and actually make it to the center without bringing the core from the teleportation thing, Ash Twin. But I know it's definitely required. Okay, that was weird. I didn't tilt my thumbstick. So I haven't decided what's going to take the place on Mondays or Tuesdays yet. You'd think I would have by now, but I'm just finishing up two games this week essentially. I didn't tune in last night for Kraken Academy. Saw that big game is just a few things left to do for it's 100%ed, and I will definitely do that. We finish up this game tonight quick enough. I might do that tonight. I don't know if I should because then people who intend to tune in on for it on next Monday would miss out on it. So that might not be the best idea. Or I might just start what will be the next game, which again I haven't decided yet. A few games I'm considering re-downloading of my list that I haven't played in a while. A few games I have in my backlog. I don't know about starting a new game in the middle of the stream because I don't want to be like stuck in a long tutorial period. Um, let's try not crashing into it. I didn't crash. Yay. We gotta go to the stress beacon to then launch our probe again, and then we got to get to the area we've been going through before and try to get through with this time without do it. So the fish are deaf. I mean blind. So at any movement of the propulsion wakes them up. So I just have to basically get movement without hitting it even once. Who knows where they are because we cannot see. That's the reason why I got scared several times last week. Because, I kept dying to them. Did I pass it? No, there it is. It's like I'm missing something. But it's one at a weird angle. Anyways, we can put that away now. I guess we can repair our ship as long as we're here real quick. Where's the damage? Oh, you can damage the oxygen tank. I didn't know that. We hadn't done that before. Not what I meant to do. Anyways, where'd the ship go? There it is. There's damage to the hull. Let's get that repaired before we try doing this. I don't think it'll matter, but I'd rather not make it through and somehow hull damage results in the death or failure. Oh wait, I forgot to check. Did we make it to the ship? Yep. So that's where we gotta go. We just can't be hitting any propulsion once we go through. Because once we do, sound will, Probably should have put more speed for it, but whatever. I didn't click anything, so I don't know what they'd be registering off of. Hit nothing. We've passed one, if not two. We're still moving. You can still hear them. There might be one right behind us. Just be patient. We are getting ever so closer. We might be able to propel forward now, but I don't want to risk it. I wonder if we had gone out and walked around in the ship while it was moving, would that have registered? I don't hear them. There's one right there. If I'd hit ever so slightly faster, yeah, I would have pissed it off. Problem is, we're gonna crash into that, and that'll piss it off. So our options are see what happens, or that didn't wake it up. So we have to go through that teleporter. We're out of range. And we did it again. I don't see any of them, and we have more view. We've made to the center. I don't know if you can hear the panic in my voice, but that was terrifying. There's our probe. Time to investigate. Their mothership, where they came from, how they got here. Oxygen. Good to know. There would be their broken core. It's a broken warp core. So this will be where we put the one we need. Without anything to attach it to, we do not have the means to really do anything with it. We can't put the warp core down, it won't let me. I didn't mean to pick that back up, but we don't actually need it anymore, so you know, not a big deal. Oh, there's something to... Information! Twain know my clans whose vessels can hear this message. It's clear the universe is dying. There are fewer and fewer resources to save places in space now. So my clan, I believe the best option is for all of our clans to stay together. If you can reach the gloaming galaxy, we found the Black Rock suns are fairly stable, and life in the star system is comparatively thriving. We live in relative safety. If you prefer to continue exploring alone, know you will be on your own. We're making our way to you. Good to hear from you, Brahma. We'll watch for your vessel. Has anyone heard from Neem? His clan was on its way to our vessel, but they never arrived, and he hasn't sent any messages. I'm beginning to worry. That's unsettling. It reminds me of that old myth my grandfather used to tell, the disappearance of Eskal. I remember hearing that story as a child. One day, Eskal's vessel simply stopped responding. The other clans searched, but found no trace. It was as if their missing friends had warped out of existence. It's no myth, friends. Eskal's clan existed, and their story was real. What a curious event to have passed in a myth. Our ancestors were told of the story when they were young. Are you sure it's true? I saw it. Too far away. It was a very long time ago, but yes. My clan's ancestors searched for Eskal's clan for a long time. Then none of them were ever seen again. It's the only time in our history a vessel has ever disappeared this way. Isop, I hope you aren't comparing Eskal's story to my clan's vessel. Me, my friend, we feared you were gone. Not yet, we aren't, but nearly. We found trouble during our warp. The triple sun of the bright sparks exploded. It was only a lucky coincidence we weren't caught in the blast. Meet you soon, Kana. Relieve your clan is safe, Neem. It's a It's good to hear your words. Any vessels nearby, remember to be extremely cautious of potentially unstable stars, which is most of them now. That doesn't deem well for the universe. Is this vessel's vessel someone badly wronged our warp, and our vessel's mortally wounded. We need help as quickly as possible. Our vessel appears to have. Has it fused with the local environment somehow? The refines that are now part of the vessel has been torn apart from inside itself. We are abandoning our vessel. Any Nomai clans sorry. Match the velocity, thank you. Any Nomai clans or spaceflight capable species receiving this message, I implore you, we need your help. This is broken, can you hear me? Our vessel's dying, we need immediate assistance. Yeah, well. I'm almost out of fuel, but not a big deal. Can we return to the ship first? And get more, or just keep exploring? I don't think there's gonna be that much more to this big ship for us to explore before we have to return. Oh, do you know? Yeah, nothing more. Let me put this down. There's our ship. Let's return. Let's check around the rest of this thing, see if there's anything else. Any other entry points or anything, but I don't think there will be. Okay, well, let me put this down. The vessel. The more to explore here is 100% when we return with, well, the other one of this. Is there anything else to do here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like all there is to do is return with the warp core. I believe that's the last thing to do. What will happen when we do that? I have no idea. Well, anyways, that means it's time to, well, meditate to reset. We can try and leave, but that is not going to be successful. The only downside is that means I have to redo that whole get to there from past the lanternfish and all that one more time. And that was not the best for my heart. Anyways, first we gotta go to the Ash Twin and get the warp core. We have one try at this, was, well, dying after you take the core from the Ash Twin project means game over. I mean, yes, you can resume a save, so game-wise, but it's not an issue. But story-wise, it's game over. Let's try not to destroy our ship because there's a lot to do, and there is literally no way we can do it and, you know, make it through. Because we gotta wait for quite a bit of sand to pass over, which is annoying. Where's the pillar of sand? Has it not started going yet? That can't be the case. No, it's behind us. No, it hasn't started going yet. Huh. We got here so quickly that we have to be really patient. I didn't know that was possible. Anyways, we have to wait for it to basically uncover those two one we had to go for to get into the center of the Ember and Ash Twin project before. Which thankfully it's one of the first towers to be uncovered. But still requires for it to go a few rounds. And it's a long wait. Well, I don't understand. So we know what's the scam. We know the universe is dying, all of it. But this is not the only star that's gone out, so I don't know what we're gonna do once we figure out the loop. Is that just it? Do we save the day somehow, or is it just getting information? We know how the Nomai got here and how they died, so we can't do anything to help them, except there's the one on the um, quantum moon, but that might just be they arrived there in their time, we arrived there in ours. So there's no way to know about them. We're stuck on a loop until we somehow end it, or once we go through this, we're ending the loop intentionally because we're bringing the core and egg and ending it. So the question is, what answers are we going to get? What is this eye of the universe? Is there a way to save everything? Is the sun going to explode no matter what we do or discover? I swear, space horror. I haven't played Prey in a long time. Maybe I should add that into my list of games to play on stream in the future. That was not presently one of the ones I was debating playing next on Monday or Tuesday, which is what I've got to plan now. Probably gonna be a sale and stuff the holiday season. I'll get some more games to my backlog. There's one game I really want to play that just came out, but I think I have a backlog, and also probably gonna get some gift cards. So I'm waiting on that. But Wavetail. Forgetting the full name at the moment. It's only it just looks awesome. I don't know if the game is good because it just came out, I believe, today. Or was it yesterday? On Switch, on Steam, kind of wishlisted for a while. So I will definitely be streaming that sometime in the future when I get it. If you want it right now, it's in sale for like $3 off because it just came out until like 2 days from now. So if you are watching this live, go and pick up the game. If you aren't, then well, I wait till a sale or buy it. It's less than $30, so it's not expensive as far as a lot of games go. If it's assuming it's long enough to warrant that price. Generally, decent sized games over 6 hours, $30 is fair when it's not on sale. There's some pretty bad games that go full price like that. I'm just not worth it. I get most of my games on sale. I just wish list a ton of them and put them on and wait till they come on sale because I've got a backlog. So, why not save money? Get more games! We're partway to the tower and there's the tower, but we need to unveil more, and we also need to confirm that we're not going to lose our ship because we need to return to it. That might be enough. I'll go check. And we can get our ship back if it goes back to the Ember Twin. Oh, well. It's not enough for us to get to it yet, but we're safe here, so not a big deal. And we might be able to get to it before the pillar passes over. I believe it's that one we have to go in. The teleporter? We'll wait a moment and see. I don't see the pillar yet, so it looks like we might have enough time. It's the one with the broken ceiling, that's all I remember. Where was even the... Oh, it was in the middle of the room, right. Where's our ship? As long as it stays there while we're preparing to teleport, not moves any more than that, we're good. Alright, do be careful, because the sand will yank you away if you don't go while it's in the middle of the eye or whatever. Our ship's good. There we go. I don't know what's up with my thumbstick. Keep registering and looking up today. We got the warp core. I just gotta get back to the teleport. Do not drop the warp core. Oh. Get back to our ship. Get out to a place where we won't crash into a planet or the sun real quick. Then we'll... Where is Dark Bramble? There we go. And we gotta do it. Make sure we do not crash into it, because that's death. I'll go back to this dress beacon again. This is somehow more unnerving than before. There it is. Gotta get our way to that duplicate signal now. And also be prepared again for the horror that is do not move. Hit. I'm holding down the look any direction thing just to make sure that I push nothing. And even if I hit the directions, it does not register the fuel. I do believe contact with them doesn't do anything as long as you aren't propelling or making a sound. I'm not certain, but if you get your angle right and just be patient, it seems you're good. And before, once we made it to 1.5, we were good. Mostly. We couldn't hear them anymore, but there was the one still nearby. Let's just slightly inch towards it. Because there's the next one. We just gotta get past those spikes and then we're good. To do that, it cannot get to us. We are slowly moving, although I believe we're losing our momentum. If we do anything at this point, we are definitely in its range. So we gotta wait till we're certain we can make it in there without it getting us, because we're around the bramble. We can just ever so slightly see it from here through the portal. Almost there. We made it. I'm happy to never do that again. Ooh, we get gravity for doing that. What does bringing this here do? Nothing as far as I can tell. Oh, we never investigated down here. Well, that's of interest. Recording now. I've never encountered anything like this. The signal the vessel is receiving appears to be older than the universe itself. This is our first contact with anything of this nature. Prepare to warp immediately. Escal, wait! I need more time to send an outgoing message. Shouldn't we tell another climber where we're going? We can send the message upon our arrival. This extraordinary signal appeared suddenly. It disappeared just quickly. We can't let discover this incredible. Focus on preparing for the warp instead. I understand. I don't know, is the vessel ready to warp to the signal's approximate coordinates? Warp core is powered, but this will be a significant jump. Afterwards, we'll need time to recharge the core. That shouldn't create a problem. Provided we arrive at or near the signal source, everyone will be ready to warp. So we know that they found out and then immediately just went for it. I think that's correct. Maybe we just gotta activate them all. Are those still active? They are. Because I don't notice what. Is there a symbol we're supposed to know that it's just not telling us? Is time still passing forward while we're doing this? I don't know what to do here. I'm like, I don't remember seeing anything. So what do we do? I mean, like, do we have a specific code? Do we just activate them all like I was thinking? The specific shape we're supposed to do? Like, is it one of the ones from the Ember and Ash twins? Is it the ones on the walls? I know we saw like coordinates to the eyes of the universe. I'm checking my notes on this. Oh right, we had those coordinates before, like the three of them. All right, I gotta move it back towards here. So we had three coordinates we saved from the gold things in the center of the Giant's Deep, which was a, yeah, We got those. So those must be going here. And I really don't want to have to ever go there again, so good thing I had that noted down. So, restart. Let's see. And then after that weird C was almost an hourglass, but not quite. Not there, not there. That doesn't sound good. That was the sun exploding. We are out of time. I didn't know we could run out of time here. No, 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 no. I have to re-enter it all. Good to know we can run out of time here. So we have to redo that. Have to pass a little time. But we have limited time, and I have to somehow make it there without alerting the... Wow, that's going to be unpleasant. Anyways, what was that? It was there. I didn't mean to do that. Well, we got time. Let's play that land spaceship flying minigame again. And try flying into the sun or something. Really should stop doing that. No, I didn't know this was a place. Here lies Sheen Armaki Readinger. Here lies Its River. Here lies Binary Semaphore. Where's our grave? Because we died multiple times over. Eh. Probably enough time has passed. Okay, just gotta get back out of here. There it was. I was going too high. No, I do believe it did not go into the sun. Oh well. Let's go retry this one more time for them. I guess there are explorers. They're just other characters who died, probably from the failed ships taking off in the past. I'm sorry for not for Z Zaid Oak. Yeah, I didn't know about that either. I just randomly found out. I'm just killing time, waiting to go back to the for the be able to get to the teleportation for the here again because I need to get the warp core to retry again for getting to the end of the game. Or at least the other explorers that are not presently exploring around. We're about to crash. Do not crash into the sun. And do we waste enough time? I mean, here's the first tower. We need the second one to be unveiled so we can go get the warp core. There they are. We waste just barely enough time. I got the second floor. We just need to get down to the first floor now. That might be the most annoying part about retrying, having to wait for things to pass by to try again. Well, this time we've already read stuff, even though it probably didn't save to my file, so I can just go back through and then go straight forward trying to enter the code, which I have pulled up my notes this time. I'm just hoping whatever follows it doesn't involve so much time that the sun passes by again. Hopefully something like the quantum... Actually, no, you ran out of time on the quantum moon, too. So there is nowhere you're safe from the time limit. Makes it actually knowing you need to pass like 5 minutes to be able to go get the warp core. And then take another 5 minutes to be able to get to the center. I mean, you could probably go slightly faster past the lanternfish than I was, but I don't think you can go that much faster, so really... I think getting the graves would be easier so you could find it on your first round, but that was just weird that it... Don't know if you can get past the building too easily without using the jetpack. I was so excited to not have to re-get back to the center of the Dark Bramble a third time. No, 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 no. Why didn't it teleport me? I was standing right there. That's annoying. And also a waste of another, like, I don't know, 40 seconds to a minute. And given the time is very limited, that is bad. Come on, hurry and teleport me. If I fail a second time, I'll have to reset the loop again. Because I'm not going to get to the center of Dark Bramble just to be guaranteed to run out of time. That would be annoying. Come on. Where are you, pillar of sand? There you are. Yeah, 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. Not too worried about that. We'll get more once we get into the center of the Ember Twin. What? You! What is with the... Well, that was a failure on my part. We do not have enough time to redo the loop and get to the center, so gotta reset the loop and go for. How did things go so well for me last time I tried this? Let's go retry sending our rocket into the sun again because, well, nothing else to do while we wait for the thing to uncover. Where is the... I keep losing the minigame. Keep going to the wrong side. It's right by where we are. We don't... I don't even have to get the jetpack for this. We could probably try and land on the moon, too. Achievement from the hearth to the moon. You get that for landing on the moon. Next up. Here's the sun. It's still going. I can't see it, but it's still there. Achievement unlocked. Mika's Wrath. Oh, that was just like the time they were showing fuel tanks explode on re-entry. You okay flying big one, right? I mean, I won't be flying it straight into the sun again. I have done that before, but you don't. I can't prove that. It's time loop. Anyways, I've done that. Probably killed plenty of time. We can go get the teleport into the center of the Amber Nash Twin project. It does not keep you floating if you decide to use autopilot, so be careful. You will just fall straight out of it at any planet you're near. We still didn't kill that much time, but There's the first one. There they are. We gotta wait till the sand passes by one more time. Even if we go now, it's not gonna have passed enough for us to get in. We can walk over. Oh, we never investigated his sound, even though we once saw him on Giant Steve. That was smart. Anyways, we get back to the stress beacon again. I mean, you could probably just go through the red pathway and get lucky and find it, but still. Given that the pathway changes each time you go there, probably not the best idea. Let's not waste our fuel, although we have plenty. So now be patient. You have to be on your one. The eye of the sand pillar hits you, eye of the storm type moment. Not just going the second the sand goes over. Because then you get yanked away, like I was doing twice. Here it comes. Let's get it right this time. You got it. Now, where is our ship? I got it right this time. That awesome music plays every time you grab out the warp core because you're essentially ending the game. It sounds like Pikmin music, like end of day music. Ooh, there's Dark Bramble right there. I do believe I'm gonna have to board autopilot because it's probably gonna crash me into the sun. I can at least get it going in the direction. Come on, let me catch up. I get back to the escape pod again. This area just is terrifying. There it is. Give it a signal, we go again. Time for the terrifying part. Oh, there's Skunky TV. What is that? Yeah, I'm looking for the eye. Sorry, I've got the screen I have the chat on is kind of small, so it's hard for me to see emojis without looking in close. So I'm about to do the terrifying part of, going back to the center here. Oh, well, I hit something again. Well, I learned before that that's fine. I've made it to the center a few times, but last time I ran out of time while trying to enter the warp coordinates. All I know is, do not hit anything when going through here and just be patient. This is my third time tonight getting through this. Yeah, drifting. I know once I get to 1.5 within it, I'm kind of safe. Sort of. There's still one more close to it. And they keep making those sounds. This is not pleasant to do 3 times in one night. Now it's a little further than I know I'm at least somewhat safe to do adjustments. Oh, fuck. I pissed one off. I made it through! Sort of. I went through the wrong portal, I think. That's bad. Also, I try not to swear while I'm streaming, but that didn't happen tonight. Ooh, there's one more here. Well, they can't get me here. No, they can. Well, I made it this time. I made it this time. I just bounced off before. I made it. Yeah, I just bounced off of it. I was going through it fast because I accidentally alerted one, but I made it. Whatever, we made it. Yeah, I cut that very close. Not again. Oh, I didn't know before, but I have the coordinates down there, even though... How'd I ignore them? I had to pull my notes up. Are there coordinates? Now what? Let me check my notes for that, but I think I put the coordinates in. What do I do now? But there's, do I put it on the right one? There's... 'cause I'm putting that here, but nothing's happening. Aren't the coordinates right? Put the coordinates right, didn't I? Oh, I just hadn't. I had to pull that. Well, that was interesting. Oh. Oh. I think I didn't look out the window that closely. I really should have. But, well, that's horrifying. I believe this is the eye of the universe, and I don't think we're on the quantum moon this time. Yeah, that's... Last time we had to go to the North Pole, so I'm guessing we're going to the South Pole this time. And... You know, this screams, do not go this way. But at this point, we've done so many things. It just kind of screamed, "Don't go this way." So who cares? Ooh, oxygen. This game started out as like a relaxing space exploration game with different planets. There was a mystery. This ended the game an absolute horror game. Well, yeet. I expected more of a fall. I've heard the DLC is terrifying. I have not played I don't have the DLC at the moment. I didn't know if I was going to get it or not until I played the game. Do I try to fly up to that? No, it's like a. So it's like probably got to reverse the gravity by climbing up to the top. Things not to do. I mean, I guess you're stuck on an infinite time loop with death. So really, um, I do not like. Yeah. Wild Adventures was found by Felspar, Gauss, and Sleep. We're back on. What? I'm guessing. Well, back on. Yeah. We're back in here. Hello there. My bad. What? I don't know what to do. Go towards the stars? Ah! This is gorgeous. But where do I go? Goodbye. Yes, goodbye, stars. Unidentified signal nearby. I mean, it's generally you don't want to head towards that, but at this point... Was that us? Ooh. Let's get some light. I mean, it'd be good to have some peace. A little toasty. Not quite toasty enough, but sure. That sounded like it was not well cooked. That was the sound of gross. And that was overcooked. There's something else to do? Oh, hello there. Oh. Do you hear the music? Going to this doesn't seem to do anything. What do I do? Just turn around a few times again? I found the banjo. That's there. Will he be there if I return now? You have anything else to say? No? Oh, then now it's broken. I guess we gotta leave again and come back to it. And we're back at... Do we go back to the campfire and both of them are gonna be there? Hey there, Avec. Not quite time yet. Pretty sure we'll need the others for this next part. Well, we'll need, you know, everyone. Take your time. Might not even exist here. Yeah, fair. That's horrifying. We'll come back for that. Let's go for a harmonic first, I guess. The quiet shade. Yes, that was a sentence I said. Across old bark? In the ancient glade? It's always dark. I'm missing something here? Nope, 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 nope. Ooh. Does that's supposed to happen? Oh, Judge. After everything I've been through, that makes sense that that would scare me. Actually, you found me. Nice damn company with the campfires. Go and get the others. Wouldn't want to miss out. On what, the end of time? A different kind of unpleasant, but whatever. I think this is where we go later. Yeah, so it's slowly getting changed. Oh well. Hello there. And they're slowly getting stacked up as we look away and come back. Oh, hello. What? What did we gather with that? We gathered the person from the quantum moon? We did. Pathologists, everyone must be here before we can begin. Once they arrive, I believe we'll be ready for the next step. I'm glad you remembered me. Do we have to keep returning to this and then going back to the other ones? To see if the differences? It is changing with each person we find. Pal. So you're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, go find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. Who's left? There's something just ominous about this drum sound. Is is there anything to do besides go talk to them? Or is the last person at that sound? And I just thought I couldn't go to it yet. Are you forgetting someone? Um. Egg boy, yeah, but can I just fly to that? Nope. Where do I go then? Because the only sound I have left, the track is that one. Oh. I wasn't expecting it to be like that, but I was just trying to get out my scout to launch it at it. Oh, that's everyone, I think. Shall I begin? Sure. Oh, then here I go. I'm gonna play the whole group game. Can I start? Go for it. Come on, get down. You say, should I get the old manga? And go for it. Here goes nothing. You save time, buddy. Ready to start the music? Yeah, let's go. This should be cool. Worrying. Let's begin. You got it. I'll do my best. Conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. Is it time to find out? I do believe it is. Fun is new to me, but I'm honored to be a part of it. You are a great addition, Sam. I don't think flying into it was the correct choice. Also, that's ominous. I think it's telling us something about it being taken over by Dark Bramble. I could be wrong. My theory from the beginning was that the eye was taken over by Dark Bramble and lost its will after calling the Nomai. I learned a lot by the end of everything. Past is the past now, but that's okay. It's not really gone completely. Future's always built in the past, even if we won't get to see it. Still, it's time for something new now. I believe we've reached the end of our journey. All that remains is to collapse the innumerable possibilities before us. Are you ready to learn what comes next? Not yet. It's time to linger in this moment, while every possibility still exists. Unless they're collapsed by observer, they will never be more than possibilities. Let me talk to everyone first. Tell you what, this has been really fun, and I got to make something pretty cool, so we got no complaints. I mean, not me exactly, but close enough. It's the kind of thing that makes you glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, you know? Got a little close, don't you think? Well, it worked out all right in the end, I suppose. I hope there are BCs in the next one. How long has it been since I got to make music with everyone around a campfire? I'm really happy we're all here. Even if it's over now, I had a good time learning. But I think the rules are about to change. I do believe they are. I am ready. Merry Christmas, friend. Let's find out together. Rippy. Just starts playing the Big Bang Theory. I'm blind! I'm glad I played with the controller. Literally, you're supposed to get some shakes to see what to really see the atmosphere of it, but and that's the end of the game, I guess. I still have so many questions. I have not heard if they're answered by the DLC. I don't have the DLC at the moment, but I'm definitely gonna get it and play it on stream. Not tonight because I assume it would take a bit to download. Really in the piss. I've investigated pretty much I investigated every area. So, any questions answered for the game? My question is, yes, it was the eye devoured? Like, what was the eye of the universe? Was it just like the beginning and the end of the universe, and we were going there? Was it taken over by Dark Bramble or something? Was Dark Bramble an evil entity? That was it. That's like my big question. Because we know we're on a time loop set on it, and it was activated by the sun blowing up, but that's... The question is, why? Or could we have saved anything? Is death resetting everything? Yeah, I don't know what to say, make of that. Does the DLC answer questions or give a lot more lore? From what I hear, it plays differently from the main game. I was going to start a new game to take place on Tuesdays because I'm finishing this game tonight, but I think I might actually get the DLC and start that next week. Since I play the same game on same nights, can't exactly say I'll play it. Oh. I could say I finished up a game tonight still, even though I'm now playing the next part of it. I have so many more questions that I don't know how to word, though. It's a lot of questions answered once, but almost every question you ask is answered by the main game. DLC is almost entirely self-contained, but builds upon what you learned here. That just makes me more curious about the DLC. I'm definitely going to take it out. I was just trying to word one big question, and it came out as several at once. Sorry. Thank you, Sonia VT, for the follow. I can say I loved this game. I don't know if I'd put it on the... I'd replay it, mainly because the endgame is terrifying. I will play the DLC. The only things I've heard about is someone asking someone else a question about the game, saying, does it get scarier? And someone saying, it's like the main game of before meeting the lanternfish, and that just doesn't sound pleasant if they're about halfway. Dark Bramble is inherently an evil force. Think of it more like an invasive species, not a comic entity. That makes sense. It was a plant type thing that seems to be devouring everything, so it didn't have sentience, but it did have the fish in it. Another thing I've questioned that I don't know if they'll answer. You say jellyfish inside the Dark Brambles ice. So does that mean the jellyfish originated from Dark Bramble and got to Giant's Deep or got moved there? Same thing with the lanternfish that got into the Ember Twin. Like, how did that get there? I think they didn't really answer. I didn't see an answer of how it got there. I did. I know it was there so you could learn that they're blind. Yeah, I think those are the only two questions that are straightforward I have. Is hearing that the Dark Bramble had no like cosmic entity and it just was by chance. Kind of explains a lot of it was just happenstance and bad luck on the part of the Nomai, and us investigating the end of time. It's a deep lore, but there used to be a planet that was exploded by Dark Bramble. I think the implications the jellyfish originated there and was scattered about. And they did explain that used to be a planet that was exploded, so it makes sense that, yeah, so the jellyfish were originally there. I guess it wasn't always an ice planet then, it probably was water too and froze after it blew up. Because I know that was also the interloper was a part of it. No, the interloper wasn't a part of it, it froze like the that did, and that had the ghost matter, whatever that is. The interloper was an interesting thing to see. 14.3 billion years later. I will continue my statement after this. That is a long time to pass. That is an interesting design for a universe type place. It's like the planets around a gravity core, kind of like, well, there's not a gravity core in the Halo rings, but the way they loop around something in the Halo rings in Halo. No, I think most of my questions are kind of answered by you, because all my questions seem to be about how things got there and got the place. But it's, yeah, the way you describe it, the lore is just saying it's the way the universe forms and things just kind of explore around. So the interesting part of just kind of a created universe. The developer is an asteroid that contains ghost matter. The jellyfish probably came from that other planet. Actually, the only thing how on earth did the lanternfish get onto the Ember Twin is the only thing I'm curious about. That is probably the last one I have. I probably have other questions that I'm just not remembering right now. I'm straight up not remembering them right now. I've explored every areas and read everything in this game. Minus the DLC, like I said. Don't have it yet. I'm going to get it and download it, and I will play it next week. Or start it next week. I assume it's going to take more than 2 hours to beat. Because that tends to be how long I stream for on average, an hour and a half to 2 hours. So thank you for answering all my questions, Skunky. Normally I'd try to do something to extend the stream a little longer to get to like the normal 2 hour mark I go for. Oh, firstly how the fossil got there, but I think there was dialogue that says it might have arrived small and grew in size, it was stuck in the cave. As street floors, the Ember Twin used to have water probably. That makes sense with all the caverns and stuff with the water pathway. And they did I do think I remember them mentioning that it probably grew there. I didn't know if that was just the one person's writing or something else. Ember Twin has some aquatic seashell type fossils on some of the rock walls, red walls. That I didn't notice. I really should have paid a little more attention to my surroundings, I guess. But yeah, that I didn't notice. They're very subtle, so maybe I did see them and just didn't realize that they were fossils. Although if I see fossils on a rock wall or something in an area that seemed to formerly have water in games, I'm like, ooh, that's neat detail, and then don't think anything of it. Never connecting it to lore, because most games don't add that much detail into their lore. Which is something to really applaud this game for. I love looking at like the old dev builds and stuff and seeing like them talking about how the lumber elevator thing back in the main starting area was initially how they wanted you to get around the town, but they changed that. This is a very peaceful game. Minus the end game. The end game is terrifying and not peaceful at all. A very peaceful and enjoyable game. So I definitely recommend this to anyone who has never played it to try it out. The endgame will raise your heart rate, so I don't know about that. The Endgame Spooky Museum explains the end of the Nomai pretty explicitly, but it's semi-easy to miss. Did I miss it? It looked like it was just a repeat of a lot of the stuff, so I just kind of skimmed through it. I know that they teleported and got trapped by the brambles, so a lot of them died. They got teleported, then they all went out through escape pods, and either survived for a while or died on the other planets. Because it was a long time, because they showed up when our species was still just like essentially fish. So they massively predate us. They're not even remotely connect our species to from another universe, not universe, galaxy. I wonder if they'll ever make a sequel featuring those uniquely designed planets. I'm doubtful on that, but yeah, but like I said, I'm definitely get the DLC before and download, start playing next week. Because tomorrow I'm continuing or getting near the end of Balan Wonder World. And on Monday I'll be finishing up Kraken Academy, getting lots of stuff. Yeah, this was a great game. And the exploration part was well done, the lore was well made, the music is calming. Minus the music that's meant to raise your heart rate. The Quantum Moon and the Dark Bramble in the endgame are definitely something to wrap your head around, design-wise. And I'm good without ever seeing another lanternfish again. I know the DLC is terrifying. I don't know if it has lanternfish. I'm hoping not. I'm good for different kinds of terrifying. And I play the game Prey, so it's not like I have an issue with terrifying things. Didn't expect it. Student museums change plaques in sort of omnipotent type of way. No new info, just says explicitly some of the implied connections. Ah, so I should have read a few more of the plaques. But that makes sense. Yeah, so that's... I'm not going to go back through the endgame just to read a few plaques. I will look those up on YouTube or online. That was, no thank you. I don't feel like dealing with the lanternfish again. If I ever replay this game, it's just going to be to chill and exploring the different planets without redoing that part. The main one's just saying the interlooper ended the Nomai. That part I didn't know, but that makes sense. Probably the ghost matter caused them a lot of problems. They didn't actually know how they died out. It just knew that they died out over time. And everyone instantly across the whole system at once. Oh, so like Halo. Spoilers for Halo, or not. I haven't played Halo in a long time. I don't know which game I just spoiled by saying that. If anything at all. I don't know if I spoiled the Halo TV show. I hear that is terrible. So yeah, that's why you see skeletons in very everyday positions. I should have thought about that. I really should have thought about that. Like, made sense where they were and stuff. But I just kind of got noticed on the skeletons floating around the space inside Dark Bramble and was thinking Gundam Wing type moments. That is not a spoiler for Gundam Wing, that's just kind of a background lore in their universe, so whatever. Implied the ghost matter doesn't work in water, so pre-evolved aquatic heathens lived. Oh, that makes sense. That explains why we lived and they didn't. Or they lived and the Nomads didn't. Because clearly we were not immune to it. As how every time we got near it, it hurt us. When I first heard this game, I assumed you'd have some way to get through the ghost matter eventually. I didn't realize it would just be redirecting every time. You're answering questions I'm being made aware I really should have thought about and just kind of accepted at face value. I mean, thank you for that. I'm realizing I was not questioning some of these things that are a lot more interesting. Yeah, it makes sense. Sometimes I just ignore like some of the more subtle things because, well, it's a video game. There's a reason they did it. Sometimes it's just game design. But I don't think there was anything that was just game design that they had left be in this game. Everything was given lore, which is always fun. I hope the DLC is just as well done. So like I said, I will definitely get the DLC and download it for so I can play it starting next Tuesday night. And I'm gonna get. I don't have any other questions. If anything else to say, there are very, very few unexplained things in this game. Yeah, only a single loose end DLC solved. To say what it is would be a spoiler. Ooh, I'm gonna be curious about that. I am. But yeah, I'll find out when I play in the DLC. They didn't leave many loose ends. I mean, you could say even the end of the game was technically not a loose end, but the saying there's a new beginning. Because we're very much so dead. Because we ended the loop. I don't know how our choice did that. Well, thank you for joining in on this. It was nice to have someone along who knew what was happening and could enjoy it with me. So thank you for coming along. Thank you again for the follow. And thank you for answering my questions. I was going to be curious about those. I had theories, but some of that not as in depth as that. So yeah, thank you for that. I'm going to be with all that answered, and if you have nothing else to add, I'm going to wrap up my stream for tonight. So thank you for tuning in. I've been Lord Jabu. Tune in tomorrow night at 8 Pacific Standard Time for continuation / almost end of Battle in Wonderworld. At 8, Nini will try to catch the DLC. Yeah, that's eyes. Yep. I hope to see you then, or anytime again. It was fun to have you on. Tune in next Monday at 8 for the end of Kraken Academy, and since it probably should take me less than an hour for that, I might start the next game. They'll take over Mondays. On next Tuesday at 9:30, we'll be starting the DLC for Outer Wilds. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you, Skunky VT, for answering all the questions, and I hope any questions anyone who watches this on YouTube or anything has were answered for that. And I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a good morning, evening, or night. I will see you later. Bye.